We online in-laws and well-wishers were so excited when Wofai Ewa, popularly known as Wofai Fada, posted her pre-wedding pictures. But before our excitement could be fully cemented, there came controversies and complications surrounding their relationship. And these controversies majorly emanated from the guy's father, who said that he does not approve of their son getting married to Wofai Fada. It is indeed a serious matter. In case you don't know, Wofai Fada is a Nigerian comedian, actress, TV presenter, model, and an entrepreneur. Over the years, she has made a name for herself. She has really tried for herself. She is one lady that is known to be so industrious and determined. And talk about one Nigerian celebrity that has tried to stay scandal-free over the years, then Wofai's name should be mentioned. So it is quite unfortunate that she has to deal with this marital saga. So, just when we thought that she's finally off the market, the guy's family released a letter which is now all over the internet that they are not in support of their union and they do not give their permission. Let me quickly read the letter to you. The letter is titled Wedding of Taiwo Cole, and it reads, "Images and videos come to our attention showing our son Taiwo getting married to a Wofai Ewa in a traditional ceremony in Uge, Cross River State. This serves to notify all acquaintances, family, and friends that the Cole family of Victoria Island, Lagos are not aware of any marriage ceremony of our son, Taiwo Cole. Neither did we grant permission nor support in this regard. As such, persons parading themselves as new members of the Cole heritage by virtue of this purported event are not known nor accepted by the family. All publications and documents being circulated about this had to be disregarded. Engineer Wofai Cole for the family." This is a serious matter. And to think that this letter is online, it is in the open space, is something else. And so many of us think that this letter has a demeaning tone, it is full of disdain, it is embarrassing, it is shameful, to say the least. That's what happens to settling this matter amicably, probably between two families or even within your own family. Because now, what if you eventually settle tomorrow, but this letter is already online? So, many people were thinking and wondering what Wofai could have done to deserve this rejection from the guy's family, especially the guy's father, Taiwo's father. Now, before we could think too far, there emerged a leaked audio conversation which Taiwo's father had with his friend. And in that conversation, Taiwo's father was telling his friend that his son Taiwo is 30 years old, while Wofai is 38 years old. But Wofai's age, that is all over the internet, says that she was born on May 11, 1990. That means she's about 34 years old. But then the bottom line is that she is older than Taiwo. And Taiwo's father thinks that the age difference is too much, whether 34 or 38. And so he is not cool with that. In that leaked audio conversation, he also said that Taiwo and Wofai had barely known each other and that Wofai now claims to be pregnant for his son, and he doesn't understand why they are so hasty to tie the knot when they have not conducted a proper investigation on Wofai. Well, on this note, I think that investigation should not be one-sided, because when Wofai released her pre-wedding pictures, a lot of people came out on social media after seeing the face of the groom, and they said that, oh, he was such a big bully in secondary school and all of that. They said so many terrible things that he did to his fellow students while he was in school and everything. We hope that he has fully repented and all of that. But then, both parties should do their investigation as it should be. That aside, one big issue that has emerged from this whole saga is the issue of tradition. In Africa, and especially in Nigeria, we are very big on tradition. And the normal thing is that before people get married, they must get the consent of their parents. So in this case, it is gathered that the mother of the groom was present at the traditional wedding ceremony and that the mother is fully in support of their union. But the father is the one saying no. And it is also gathered that the mom and the dad of the groom have been separated for so many years. So they are not in good terms. So we also see an undertone of their own issues. I mean, the issue of the parents playing out in their son's marriage. So there has been this argument that, oh, is the mother's consent not enough? Must the father give his consent? If he doesn't want to give his consent, that at least Wofai and Taiwo are adults. They are free to make their own decisions and everything. But like I said, the matter is kind of complicated because it is easier said than done until you are the one involved in this saga. But one question that is playing on my mind is this: where do we draw the line if we notice that parents are not giving their consent just because of their own selfish interest or ego? Do we say, oh, well, I'm not going to get married because my parents don't give their consent, or are we going to say, well, daddy or mommy, I think that you are massaging your own ego or fulfilling your selfish interests at the expense of my own happiness, and I'm going to get married regardless. So where do we really draw the line if we notice that they don't have any genuine reason for saying that don't get married? It just has to do with them, their selfishness or whatever. But my own big concern for Wofai is this: is she prepared for this battle? Because a marriage that has barely started, that is already surrounded by so much issues, are you ready to go in? Are you prepared for what is coming? Your mental health, your happiness, and everything. Because it is fine to say that, oh, it is just going to be me and my husband. We may even move far away from our families and we will live happily ever after. But is that realistic? Is that going to be possible? Because there's this saying that choose your battle wisely. Are you choosing your battle wisely? Fine, I understand that age is not on her side. At this age, maybe 34 or 38, she's thinking, oh, I finally found this dark and handsome guy that is 100% willing to settle down with me. If I allow him to go, am I going to find somebody else? If I find somebody else, when will that somebody else come? And you know what they say about women aging faster than men. So she may be calculating all of these things. And now there's even pregnancy involved. If I give birth to this child, am I going to be a baby mama? Am I going to be a single parent? So maybe that is why she's thinking, against all odds, I am going ahead with this guy. But, before we venture into anything, we need to count our costs. We need to sit down and think ahead. They may be head over heels in love with each other now, but it is always good to look at it very well. And I'm not talking about her alone now. I'm talking generally now. It's always good to put our sentiments aside or feelings aside, emotions and everything, and think deeply if what we're about to be committed to is worth it. Because you may be happy now and everything. What happens some years down the line? If this issue persists, are you ready to keep dealing with the headache of a father-in-law that does not accept you, or some other members of the family who have publicly disowned you? Are you ready to keep doing that? And is the guy also going to stand by you through thick and thin? I hope he's not going to come out later to dance to the tune of the dad or other family members. What we'll know is that he is from a royal family, and the dad is also saying that they have not followed due process in this matter. So there are so many issues surrounding this and so many debates, different sides to the story. But then, like I said, culture is very important. But more importantly for me is Wofai's mental health. Is she ready for this? Because there's an adage in Yoruba that says, "Ìyàwó burúkú ṣe ni, but àna burúkú ò ṣe ni." That means it is better to have a bad wife than to have bad in-laws. Because if you have a bad wife but good in-laws, you can always go to your in-laws to talk to your wife, to call your wife to order, or your husband, as the case may be. But if it is the in-laws that are bad, who do you run to? Who do you go to call your husband or your wife to order when his own family does not even want to see you at all? These are the issues. And I really hope that at the end of the day, she will make the best decision. In case you're watching in a similar situation, you don't know whether to go ahead with the relationship or not, well, you may want to think twice. Pray about it. Seek counsel. Very, very important. Because the journey ahead is very, very far, and you don't want to start it on a wrong foundation. And in case you have been in a similar situation in the past and you have been able to navigate it in some way, please share your experience with us. I really pray that God will see them through this whole thing, that they'll be able to resolve these differences. Because trust me, it is easy to put out pictures to say that, oh, you're happy, our joy will be permanent and everything. But deep down within you, you know that something is not right. You really wish that you can be accepted and that you can have a good relationship with your in-laws and with everybody that matter in the relationship. That is the truth. That is all. That is what we all want. So I pray that God will help them. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Please share your thoughts with me in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, and please subscribe to my channel in case you are yet to subscribe, in case you have been watching for free. I remain Olaide Agbaje, aka First Lady, and on this channel I encourage you to live intentionally. I'll come your way again. Until then, be intentional. Bye.